Larry Groce here. Mountain Stage is the show, and if you don't get it on your public radio station, I hope you'll go to mountainstage.org. You can hear the shows in their entirety, and we keep them archived for a while. And I know you're going to want to hear today's show because one of our guests is Ms. Abigail Washburn, and she has been with us before, I think 4 other times, but only once as Abigail Washburn. The other time, not that you were in disguise. But,
no.
But you were with...
I tend to be myself wherever I go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Sparrow Quartet you were with, and Uncle Earl you were with.
That's right.
And then Abigail Washburn with...
Ben Soley.
Ben Soley, and I think Casey Dreesen, maybe. Once, maybe just with Ben the first time. And now she has a new project that features a lot of other folks besides herself. As a matter of fact, listening to, I heard 4 cuts. It will not be out until probably early 2011. Is that right?
That's right, January.
It's called City of Refuge, and it's got some very, very interesting, not only the songs, but also the arrangements and the way in what you've done. And I know Kai Welch is with you, and
that's right.
You were collaborating both on the songs, and tell me a little bit about how this came about.
Well, Kai is a major new collaborator for me, and it's very, very exciting. Kai's outside the realm of people that, well, for example, this is his first time on Mountain Stage. He's generally been in the indie rock, indie pop world, which, you know, I'm sure you get a fair share of things that are inspired by that, but that's not the main focus of the show.
No, it's not, no. We have some of that, but you're right. And your world is a little different than that, or has been until now.
It has been, that's right, exactly. Most of my collaborators have been a part of this sort of larger progressive string community in America that's very, very exciting to be a part of. It's also exciting to sort of reach outside and see what's out there. And I actually met Kai one night when he was performing with an indie pop band called Tommy and the Whale in Nashville, in the place called The Basement. And I saw him up there and I was like, wow, that is really... He is just such an amazing multi-instrumentalist, and it looked like he was arranging all the horn parts, and he sang beautifully, and I was like, that would be really fun to just try playing banjo and singing and collaborating with somebody like that. And for him, it's also the first time really working with somebody who's so steeped in folk music. And for us, the results are really exciting. The first time we ever sat down to play together, the harmonies felt so easy. I started playing a new song I was writing a few years ago called City of Refuge, which we're going to do tonight. And that song is based off of Hop High My Lulu Gal, which is an old banjo fiddle tune. And I started playing it, and I created a new sort of melody and words to go with it that are based more on the modern day struggle of a young American woman. And I turned it into a different song. And when I was sitting there playing with him, he all of a sudden started adding Rhodes keyboard, which for me was this totally new experience. The sensation had a big impact on me and the way I thought about my music.
Mama's got a lover, Papa thinks he's sober. Pray on my knees, the clouds keep rolling over. Torn diamond lace, who's on his collar? They never ask if the secrets pull me under white sheets where all I do is wonder when I'm gonna run to the city of refuge.
A really exciting new element as well is the producer. He's the kind of person that just really knows how to cross over into other worlds, from basic philosophies about how to engineer and produce and mix and the way we hear things. Maybe all the tones on the record aren't exactly the attempt to get the most natural acoustic sound of the instrument, but some kind of expression of its sound that tries to reach out and grab the most emotional part of the song so that it can reach people and their hearts. I would say more than any record I've ever made, this record really comes from the gut and from the heart and from a longing to connect with people and to talk about what it's like to struggle and be here and prosper.
On this road of life, you have harbored pain and strife, standing at the gates of hell. But when you hear it ring, it will end all suffering. It's God's great divine bell. Hear it ring, hear it ring, all the joy that it brings. How loud must be the sound to turn this world around to God's great divine bell.
So this I can see, it just seems like it's evolving.
It's just
the next
evolving
step.
to a new place, but it doesn't feel unnatural in any way.
No, I can
In fact,
see it.
It feels exceedingly natural.
Well, yeah, and you guys have gone to China.
We've gone to China twice on tour. We played at the World Expo just a few weeks ago in Shanghai, which was amazing.
Wow.
And yeah,
I
just
mean,
traveled all over the place.
She speaks Chinese. She's spent a lot of time in China,
speak
so this
Mandarin.
wasn't totally,
Yeah.
totally out of the blue sky. You've been there before.
会讲中文的朋友们，你们好。
There you go. Which means?
Anybody out there who can speak Chinese? It's great to see you.
Yeah. So that's not, it's not totally out of the blue that they went to China twice.
I'm so excited to go around and play this music for people. I brought a rootsier combo to play on Mountain Stage this time, just as sort of a transition point for me.
City of Refuge is the name of that new project. You'll be able to get that in January, and she will be out on the road with Kai Welch and all kinds of other people starting in January and moving on. It's really, I'd try to describe it, but it's impossible for me to describe. There's a lot of her banjo playing on it, but then there's a lot of other things, and I think regardless of whether you like old-time music, whether you like indie pop or everything in between, you got a shot at liking this because the music is good. It's very interesting textures, interesting sounds, and really, it's really quite evocative music. So check it out today. MountainStage.org is where you can hear the group that's here, and you could be able to hear. What's your website?
AbigailWashburn.com.
Just like it sounds. Mm-hmm. Thanks for being back.
Thank you, Larry.